Now, in continuing with our discussion of masterworks in museum collections, we're focused a little bit right now on the Philadelphia Museum of Art. We've also worked on MFA Boston, but we've not really posted on them as yet because of just organizational difficulties with the collection and how to properly approach it. Every museum is different, and museums can have a lot of art. I think MFA Boston has maybe around 300 or more Himalayan art paintings, Nepalese, Tibetan. And Philadelphia is in a similar position, maybe a little less in terms of painting, but Philadelphia Museum of Art has a very broad collection in terms of subject matter. It also is a little bit complex because they have so many masterworks and so many masterworks that relate to pieces in other collections, such as the Rubin Museum of Art, Asian Art Museum, San Francisco, Los Angeles County Museum, MFA Boston, and the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City. So there's all these cross connections that have to be looked at because we're dealing with some very, very high quality art. We're dealing with some of the highest quality art, Himalayan art, in these generally public museums of North America. And how you divide up the masterworks and how you make them understandable takes a little bit of preparation and organization. So right now with Philadelphia Museum of Art, we've been primarily looking at the paintings and been dividing them up into their categories: Tibetan, Nepalese, Northern China, and then also looking at sets, and then looking at what are specifically masterworks and the masterworks that relate to other paintings and other collections. So we've not really started on the sculpture, just here and there, but there's some more work to do. But I think what's important here is just you be very aware that Philadelphia Museum of Art is important in terms of Himalayan art painting primarily at this point. And there are some just world-class masterpieces. And some of these we have put into a masterwork section, but we're going to deal with this more later and more specifically and individually with the different subcategories of masterworks. So right now we've only broken out a few, and of course they're very they're educationally based, but also a little bit subjective. Some people might choose different paintings. Often we at HAR, we tend not to highlight too many paintings that are too damaged, even though they're masterworks, just because it's harder for the student really to understand and see through the damage. It takes a little bit more experience to look through paint losses, water damage, and even rodent damage or insect damage. But it is worthwhile just to get a sense of the great pieces, such as Nepalese Chakrasambhara painting, which is very similar to the one in Los Angeles County Museum. The Panjanata Mahakala, also Nepalese, but made for Tibetan, most likely Tibetan donors, because it's following a Tibetan iconographic program, not a Newar Kathmandu iconographic program. And then we have a mandala commissioned by Lachok Sengye, and the Rubin Museum tried to specialize in Lachok Sengye paintings. Very, very important commissioner of art in the late 15th and early 16th century from the Ngor Monastery in sort of southern western Tibet. So there's a number of really important pieces here, but we will be looking at them in more detail later. And this is just to update on the importance of the Philadelphia Museum of Art and the quality of their masterworks. So you can subscribe, you can press the like button, you can join HAR on Patreon for longer videos, and you can also make a donation on the homepage of Himalayan Art Resources.